Every single day, you visit dozens of websites. You open YouTube. You scroll Reddit. You shop online. You read the news. But what if I told you almost every click you make passes through a company you probably never heard of? A company so powerful that if it disappeared tomorrow, millions of websites could slow down, go offline, or become vulnerable to cyberattacks. The strange part? Most people don't even know it exists. Its name, Cloudflare. Today, it protects millions of websites across the world. It blocks billions of cyberattacks. It keeps businesses online. And every second, its network handles an unimaginable amount of internet traffic. But here's the question. How did a company that almost nobody talks about become one of the most important businesses on Earth? To understand Cloudflare, you first need to understand the internet. Most people think the internet is simple. You type a website into your browser. A page appears. Done. But behind that single click, thousands of invisible processes happen in milliseconds. Data travels across continents. Servers communicate with each other. Hackers constantly search for weaknesses. And every day, millions of cyberattacks are launched against websites you've probably visited. Most people never notice, because someone is quietly stopping them. But who? Back in 2009, 3 entrepreneurs believed the internet had a serious problem. Not enough speed, not enough security, and definitely not enough protection for small websites. At the time, large companies could afford expensive cybersecurity. Small businesses couldn't. If hackers targeted them, many had no defense at all. That didn't seem fair. So the founders asked a simple question. What if internet security became available to everyone? It sounded impossible, but impossible ideas sometimes change the world. The founders weren't trying to build another social media app or another search engine. They wanted to build something invisible, a layer that would sit between websites and the rest of the internet. Visitors wouldn't even know it existed, but every request, every click, every file would pass through Cloudflare first. Think of it like an invisible security guard, always watching, always filtering, always protecting. But could anyone trust an unknown startup with something this important? The idea sounded brilliant. The reality was much harder. Convincing companies to trust a young startup with their websites wasn't easy. After all, if Cloudflare failed, their websites could disappear. Businesses could lose customers. Money could vanish overnight. The risk was enormous. And many people said, no. They chose companies they already knew. So how does a startup survive when nobody believes it can protect the internet? Instead of spending millions on advertising, Cloudflare focused on one thing: building technology people couldn't ignore. Faster loading speeds, stronger security, simple setup. In just a few minutes, a website owner could protect their entire site. No expensive hardware, no complicated installation, just one simple change. It almost sounded too good to be true, and that's exactly why people were skeptical. Then something unexpected happened. Small websites started reporting incredible results. Pages loaded faster. Cyberattacks dropped. Downtime almost disappeared. Word spread quickly. Developers told other developers. Businesses recommended Cloudflare to friends. Without massive marketing, the company kept growing. One customer became 10. 10 became thousands. Then hundreds of thousands. But the biggest test was still waiting, because one global cyber attack would change Cloudflare forever. The year was 2013. The internet was under attack, not by one hacker, not by one country, but by one of the largest cyber attacks the world had ever seen. The target, an organization fighting spam. The attack was so massive, experts believed it could slow down the entire internet. For a moment, it felt like nobody knew how to stop it. But one relatively unknown company stepped forward, and everything changed. Cloudflare activated its global network. Instead of letting the attack hit one server, it spread the traffic across hundreds of locations around the world. Billions of fake requests were filtered in real time. Legitimate visitors never noticed what was happening behind the scenes. The internet kept running. Most people had no idea. They had just witnessed one of the greatest cybersecurity victories in history. But this was only the beginning. As cyberattacks became more sophisticated, Cloudflare evolved even faster. Hackers created stronger weapons. Cloudflare built smarter defenses. It became an endless race. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, real-time threat detection. Every second, its systems analyze millions of requests, searching for anything suspicious, stopping attacks, before websites even realized they were under threat. But could any company stay ahead forever? Then came one of the biggest challenges of all, the COVID-19 pandemic. Almost overnight, the world moved online. Schools, hospitals, banks, governments, businesses, everything depended on the internet. And internet traffic exploded. Millions of new websites appeared. Remote work became normal. Online shopping reached record highs. The digital world had never been busier, which meant hackers had never been busier either. Cloudflare suddenly became more important than ever. Every day, billions of cyber threats targeted websites across the globe. Some wanted money, others wanted data. Some simply wanted to cause chaos. For most companies, stopping attacks of that size would have been impossible. But Cloudflare had spent years preparing. Its global network had grown into hundreds of data centers, each one sharing information with the others. The moment an attack appeared in one country, the entire network learned from it. Within seconds, protection spread across the world. It was like giving the internet an immune system. Then something remarkable happened. Some of the world's biggest companies started trusting Cloudflare. Global brands, financial institutions, media organizations, technology companies, government agencies, even businesses handling millions of customers every day. The startup that once struggled to earn trust had become one of the internet's most trusted guardians. But trust brought something else: responsibility. What happens when millions of businesses depend on you every single second? Cloudflare wasn't just protecting websites anymore. It was helping build a faster internet. Its content delivery network placed information closer to users. Instead of loading data from one distant server, content could come from a nearby location. Websites loaded faster. Videos streamed more smoothly. Online stores responded instantly. Most users never noticed. They simply thought, the internet feels faster today. Without realizing, Cloudflare was often the reason. By now, the company had become invisible in the best possible way. When everything worked, nobody talked about Cloudflare. Only when something went wrong did people realize how important it had become. And perhaps that was the company's greatest achievement, building one of the world's most important businesses without becoming a household name. But Cloudflare wasn't finished, because its next mission could completely change the future of the internet. Today, more than 20% of all websites use Cloudflare in some way. That means every time you watch a video, read the news, shop online, or visit your favorite website, there's a good chance Cloudflare is working quietly in the background. You don't see it. You don't click on it. You probably don't even know its name. Yet without it, parts of the internet would look very different. But here's a surprising question. Why do most people still have no idea it exists? The answer is simple. Cloudflare was never built to be famous. It wasn't designed to attract attention. It was designed to disappear. When Cloudflare does its job perfectly, nobody notices. Websites simply load faster. Hackers fail. Businesses stay online. Millions of users continue browsing without ever realizing someone is protecting them. Ironically, the company's greatest success is remaining invisible. But the internet is changing again. Artificial intelligence is transforming everything. Cyberattacks are becoming smarter. Scammers now use AI. Hackers automate attacks. Fake websites appear within minutes. Every new technology creates new opportunities, but it also creates new threats, which means the companies protecting the internet must evolve even faster. The question is, can Cloudflare stay ahead? Instead of slowing down, it doubled its ambition. The company expanded far beyond website protection. It began building AI infrastructure, developer platforms, zero trust security, cloud computing services, networking solutions. Its goal was no longer just protecting websites. It wanted to become the foundation of the modern internet itself. A bold vision, but history had already shown Cloudflare loved impossible challenges. Meanwhile, governments, banks, hospitals, airlines, universities, streaming platforms, and some of the world's biggest technology companies continued placing their trust in Cloudflare. Every second, its network processed millions of requests, blocked countless attacks, and kept businesses running. Most of those victories never became headlines because disasters prevented rarely make the news. Think about it. When your favorite website opens instantly, you don't celebrate. When an attack gets blocked, you never hear about it. When billions of people stay connected, nobody notices. Success on the internet often looks like nothing happened at all. And perhaps that's the hardest kind of success to appreciate. Cloudflare's story isn't just about technology. It's about solving a problem most people never even knew existed. While other companies competed for attention, Cloudflare quietly built trust. While others chased headlines, it focused on reliability. And while the world argued about the future of the internet, Cloudflare was already helping build it. Sometimes, the most powerful companies are the ones you've never heard of. The next time you open a website, buy something online, or stream a video, remember this. Behind millions of websites, there may be an invisible company working silently, blocking attacks, speeding up connections, and protecting the digital world. You may never see its logo. You may never think about its name. But without companies like Cloudflare, the internet we depend on every day wouldn't feel nearly as safe or as fast. If you enjoyed this documentary, subscribe to Rise from Zero for more untold stories about the hidden companies, billion-dollar empires, and invisible technologies shaping our world. Because sometimes the biggest companies are the ones nobody sees.